You know, it's interesting when you take flow-through technology. Its concept is fairly simple, right? You have a lot of pressure, a lot of force, a lot of directional force that goes in a direction, and you redirect it, but then you port everything away from the person that is using it. Imagine if your car's muffler was actually in your passenger seat. You couldn't drive your car. That would make no sense. At the same time, people, talk about suppression and go, well, why do I have to be suppressed at all? And then I go back to that same analogy. What if your car didn't have seatbelts? In 1969 they did, in 1970 they did, and no one really wanted to use them. By 1980, you felt naked without it. And that's the way we view our technology. But the neat thing is it's scalable. And because we use a level of technology that I think is more advanced than many of our competitors in the way it's looked at in the industry. We're not a machine shop that makes a suppressor. Again, we're a lab that solves problems. We use those technologies both on the modeling and development side, but also in the production side in the form of what is now the most advanced manufacturing technology out there, additive manufacturing. And we have the ability to scale. What if there's a time soon when not only can we suppress a military member, but we can suppress a main battle tank that is sitting next to them, which that overpressure impacts that military member as they're dismounted and working in a joint task force. What if we find a way to have commercial shooters be at a packed range and have that range be as close as it can be to ear safe so that you can enjoy it, talk to the people you're with, have a lot of fun. We've started this foray into suppression of shotguns. We've scaled much larger platforms than that, and we're testing in and around that to make that effective. But I do think that, and I know my grandfather, who was also a World War II veteran, was deaf as a stump at the end of his career. And the truth of the matter is, he was an avid, at the time, bird hunter, and ended up being one of those guys that I hope I end up being someday, with the leather patch vest, going to the range to shoot clays with my buddies. But maybe they don't all have to be deaf as a stump. Maybe we can suppress those platforms to give them more enjoyment and more health, so that they can enjoy music, so that they can enjoy conversations, enjoy their best, their favorite TV shows. This all comes into quality of life. And if we can improve quality of life in and around what is a very loud and disruptive tool, right? But one that is a lot of fun too. That ends up being really cool. I envision a day where people go deaf because they play their music in their cars too loud, not because they had to go to combat. And that would be pretty cool. Something really neat about having an industry-defining technology is that competition breeds health. Now, every business lead hates to see it when somebody else comes up with a good idea because they want to own it, dominate it, do whatever it is they're doing. But we're running a marathon here, not a sprint. And by changing the way we talk about safety and health around shooting sports and professional applications, we are going to bring with it a myriad of other innovative industry members, and we're going to raise the bar. This is going to get safer and safer for the people that we espouse to care about. And it would be disingenuous for us at HUXWRX not to understand that and to support it. Now, don't get me wrong, we want to get in the ring and we want to throw with the best of them. But at the end of the day, long after HUXWRX has become a family known brand globally or goes the way of the dodo, we will have made this industry definitely, and hopefully the world, at least from our unique US perspective, a better place. And that is something we have to embrace and we have to understand and we have to applaud. And that I believe is the essence of building hopefully a better world.